Hello, everybody, and welcome to another add-on showcase. I've talked about these before, but I kind of wanted to talk about them in conjunction with each other, and that is the ore trees add-on and the mineral seeds add-on. So we've got the ore trees over here, and we've got the mineral seeds here. So you've got two different ways of getting resources using these two particular mods. Now the question is, which one should you use? And the answer is you actually should use both of them for for different reasons, but they're both very valuable to have. So first off, let's talk about the ore trees. The ore trees are, let me go into, survival here. I got to kind of look around my microphone, so I'm trying to see the keyboard. So on the ore trees, so what you have here is now, like a lot of these, this is a progression system. So for example, you would start out with a regular oak sapling and then do your cobblestone. And then you need this cobblestone sapling to do the coal sapling. And then I think the next one is iron. Is that right? Yeah. So we have a coal sapling. We need that for the iron. And then I think it's gold. Yeah. So iron. So you wrap it in gold. And then I think the next one's lapis. Nope, redstone. So redstone. So we got our gold. Wrap it in redstone. Then we have lapis. Then diamond. And so on. So it's a progression system, but what this is really good for, what the ore trees are really good for, is early game, because it gives you not only a mineral resource such as iron, for example, but it also gives you wood, which is extremely important. I mean, that's an ongoing resource. You're always going to use wood for just virtually everything. Now, what I've got it set up here is I've got them in botany pots, and that's an add-on. There's a link in the description to all of these mods that I'm using right here. I'm using basic machinery, botany pots, and mineral seeds, and ore trees. That's it for this particular little showcase. But this is a really good setup once you get clay, and I can show you how you get clay. The clay you're going to have to get probably through some sort of external mod pack. External mod, like, I mean, the easiest way to get it would be through the tables that are on the Vantage website. There's like the what are they called? The exchange table. There's exchange tables, and then the resource tables, or that's not what they're called. But anyways, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. The two different tables. You probably get clay, or you need to get clay somehow to make these botany pots. But once you do that, you can get these set up, and then they'll just continually give you resources. So for example, here's, you get your wood, sticks, you get saplings and stuff, but you also get your resources. The leaves are useless. I don't know, can you use them for building? I have never tried that. I don't know if they despawn over a period of time. You might be able to use them for building. We'll see if they despawn. They might despawn over a period of time. I'm not sure. But as you can see here, I've got I think that's a diamond, although I don't see any diamonds. Yeah, I got a diamond sapling, but I'm not seeing any diamonds here. So I wonder if that's bugged. We should be getting some diamonds here, unless it's a very low chance of getting diamonds. Yeah, it's a diamond, iron. So we're getting the iron, the nuggets, cobblestone and coal, and the redstone. Yeah, I don't see the diamond. Either the diamond's bugged, or it's just a very low chance of getting diamonds. But we can, we'll show that here in a minute. So this, I would recommend using these early game, and then getting some botany pots going and setting these up in the botany pots, so you just have a steady stream of resources coming in. And you can also use refined storage to store most of this stuff in. For example, the wood, the sticks. I don't think the iron iron nuggets may go in there. Yeah, I think they might. Redstone, the coal will go in it. All this stuff will go in it except for the saplings here and the leaves. Yeah, those leaves despawn. So, yeah, that won't be used. I mean, you'll just have to throw those out. I still don't see any diamonds in here, which is, that may be bugged. I'm not sure. So that would be early game, is to do your ore seeds. Now, once you get some resources coming in, I would recommend also implementing these. Now, unfortunately, there's not a good way of automating this. You can use Advanced Machinery Farmer to do it, but there's a bug. When you exit the world and go back in, everything's going to be destroyed. Everything's going to be uprooted, and so it's real annoying, and it's just not a good solution, because you'll have to replant everything. I mean, if you want to do that, it's fine. You'll have to retill the soil, replant everything. I mean, you can do that, but every time you exit the world, come back in, your crops are going to be destroyed. But the farmer does work with the Advanced Machinery Farmer does work with these mineral seeds. The advantage of the mineral seeds, and the mineral seeds, again, you have to have this what's it called? The forge, plant forge. You have to build a plant forge, and that's really simple. It's just an iron hoe and some wood. That's really, really simple. But again, you've got the same sort of thing. You've got the progression on this where you start with, I think, the cobblestones, if we can find it here. Yeah, so you start with the cobblestone, regular seed, cobblestone, and then you just make your way up through the thing. I think the next one's coal. Well, that's coal block. Coal seed, so on and so forth. Cobblestone seed. That's blackstone. That's pretty cool. You even got books in this, which is nice. It takes plank seeds for that. Where's the, let's see, cobblestone, right? Coal, that's right. Where's the iron? Iron seeds, coal seeds. So again, you got the same kind of progression. But the nice thing about this is there's some block versions of some of these. So there's blocks of diamond. That's a clay block, but there's also clay balls in here somewhere too. Clay, the book, blackstone. Let's see. The thicker ones are the blocks. So you get blocks of things. So that is super helpful. So when you harvest these, now you can see the difference between it. This is a regular diamond, and this is a block diamond. So as you can see, you get 2 diamonds out of that one, and you get a block of diamonds. So, you've gone from 2 diamonds to basically 9 diamonds. Yeah, so that is a pretty decent gain. Again, the same thing. 3 emeralds in this case to a block of emeralds. And you get your seeds back too, by the way. So, yeah, you can just replant them. It's no big deal here. So this is really the way to go if you want to. What's good about this is if you need some, you've got all your machines set up and they're all going and doing the things that they're supposed to be doing, but you're in a pinch and you need to have a bunch of diamonds to make, solar panels, for example. So you want to make these advanced solar panels, but it requires 3 blocks of diamonds. So what you do is you've got your diamond blocks, planted over here, and you just grab some bone meal and you start going through there and getting a bunch of them. So having these on hand for emergency purposes is really excellent. Plus, it gives you some resources that you don't normally get. Planks, for example. There's also the books. Which one is the books? I know I've got it planted here somewhere. I'm not sure which one it is. Oh, that's the sand. That's soul sand, which is pretty cool. There's the blackstone. Where are my books at? Maybe I didn't plant the books. I thought I did. I think that's, what is that? That's gravel. And here's your iron blocks. So if you need a bunch of those in a pinch. Now these are, I think, your Yeah, that's coal. And then this would be the coal block. And again, you get 2 coal blocks. Wow, so you really get the bump on that one. Oh, here's the books. So yeah, you can even make books with it, which is really nice if you're doing the advanced or the extreme extreme crafting, but the advanced enchantment table. Yeah, having books is really nice because you need a lot of books to make that stuff. So which 2 do you use? Well, you use both of them. These are really handy, especially in emergency cases. You don't, since there's really no good way to automate this. I mean, you can use the farmer, but again, you have that bug that you have to deal with. And if you're willing to deal with it, it's fine. It gets a little annoying after a while, though, but you can set it up. It will automatically generate these resources. But what I use them for is sort of emergency. I've got a bunch of diamond blocks set up and emerald blocks set up and redstone blocks set up so that, in an emergency, I can grab those resources and use them. So they're relatively straightforward. I mean, once you get your resource line going, you've got your quantum miner going or your void miner running, and you're getting a good steady supply of resources coming in. Getting this stuff going is not too difficult. And these are really good early game, especially if you're going to, you're going to start with a sapling. You always have to start with a sapling. So, you get your supply of saplings going, and then, you can get yourself just a little bit of cobblestone, and then you'll have a cobblestone tree, and then you can start working your way up through the tiers on this. And these are just a really good way to get your early game resources on this, because it gives you the necessary wood which you need, but you also get the extra saplings that you can use to progress. But you do start getting the resources as well, which is really helpful. And just in the little bit of time that we've talking, you can see the amount of resources that this stuff is gathered. And this is always good to have. Like I said, almost all of this will go into the refined storage system. So instead of having a hopper here going into a chest, you'd have an input monitor going here, and it would just suck all the items in it. And then anything that didn't go into the system, you put a hopper on top, or you put a conveyor on top of your import monitor, and then move that into a hopper into your chest, and you'll just have all the throwaways here. You'll have extra saplings, you'll have these leaves which are useless. The rest of this stuff, though, is going to be in the refined storage systems once you get that set up. So that's really nice. So yeah, I recommend using both of these. The ore trees for early game, because it's really nice. The mineral seeds for resources. If you need to get a bunch of block items right away, you can't beat this. Once you get a good supply of bone meal coming in, like I have I just have a composter hooked up to a couple hoppers and a chest on top, and basically anything extra that can be composted I throw in there. So I've got a nice steady supply of bone meal coming in, which is really nice. And of course, if you set up a mob farm through either through any of the different mods, different mods offer different types of mob farms. These are the ones that come with basic machinery, but advanced machinery has some other ones as well. But once you get those set up, especially the hostile mob farm, you can get an infinite supply of bone meal coming in. So if you need these emergency cases, I say emergency, but diamonds and emeralds are really hard to get. Even with your resource line going, they're still pretty rare. But with this, you can get blocks of diamonds. You don't even have to convert them over, and then you can make your solar panels or whatever it is that you need to do. So you could set up a whole bunch of these. I wish you could automate these. In other words, one thing that would be nice to have on these mineral seeds is to be able to have them grow with a dispenser. Right now it's just a player, and I'm not sure that's even possible in Bedrock Edition, but if it was, that would be super nice, because you could create, if we could if these would work with a dispenser and bone meal, you could set up a nano farm on these, and talk about being overpowered. My goodness, you could have infinite amounts of diamond blocks or whatever blocks, in no time at all with one of those little nano farms. But unfortunately, I tried it. They don't work with dispensers, but it'd be nice if they did. That way you could set up a little nano farm and you could have tons and tons of blocks of diamonds, easily. And maybe that's why I Emotionless didn't implement it, because that would be super OP for sure. But anyways, which ones do you use? Well, you need to use both of them, in my opinion. Definitely put both of them in your world. These are good for the emergency cases and early game as well. Once you get, you can get both of them going, get the ore trees going, and get your mineral seeds going for your staples like cobblestone and coal and that kind of stuff. Coal is good for powering your production line. You just set up your combustion generators or your coal generators and throw them in there. That's super simple, easy early game resource center, and you get tons of coal out of these trees and out of the ore. You can do the ore blocks, or coal blocks. So yeah, you can get tons of coal right off the bat. So that's kind of an easy way, and that's an easy way to power your production system early game as well, until you can get up enough resources to get your solar panels or whatever. Of course, depending on what mods you're playing with, there's different power systems, but these are definitely helpful. And like I said, I use the mineral seeds for those cases where I need to get, especially diamonds and emeralds, because those are in short supply. Even when you got your system set up, they're still kind of hard to get. So, and you go through a lot of them in the different recipes that you need to implement in your world. So anyways, I just wanted to talk about these two little things because I think they're overlooked by a lot of people. The ore trees are kind of used quite often, obviously, especially early game. But I think a lot of people neglect the mineral seeds, but they're definitely worth having. They're worth adding to your world, and they're especially useful in those cases where you need to get a bunch of resources of a particular type. Once you get a good supply of bone meal going, it's really simple to get these things going, and really nice in those pinch occasions, like, if you want to make the solar panels, you need to have the blocks of diamonds or whatever. So anyways, I appreciate it. So just a little thoughts on my part about utilizing some of these add-ons. So hope it was helpful to you. So appreciate you watching. I will talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye now.